All right, so that is what is happening on the international front. Let's get you what is happening back home in the Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir, where life is slowly beginning to limp back to normal. Now, sources have told WION that 4 lines are likely, this is landline lines, are likely to be made operational in the valley, perhaps by tomorrow. Now, the resumption will take place in a phased manner, a final call on which is likely to be taken today. No violence has been reported in the valley in the last 5 days. Now, in addition to this, flight services from Srinagar have resumed from yesterday. The flight took off with almost about 150 passengers on board. The Srinagar airport has now been cleared for night flight takeoffs. Remember, the valley has been under restrictions, with communication lines having been snapped since the 5th of August, the time when this decision to abrogate Article 370 was taken. Meanwhile, in what is being described as one of the biggest developments in the Iran-United Kingdom tanker row, the Gibraltar authorities have now decided to free the Iranian tanker Grace 1. Now, the latest that we are gathering is that Gibraltar's Chief Minister Fabian Picardo has decided to lift the detention order that was put on the Iranian ship. Now, he's also cited a formal written assurance from Tehran for the move that's now been taken by the United Kingdom. The Gibraltar has said that Tehran has assured that the ship will not discharge its 12.1 million barrels of oil to Syria.
The vessel is no longer covered within the ambit of the EU sanctions, and as a result the court has taken note of the fact that it is no longer covered, and if it's no longer covered there is no compunction for the ship to continue to be arrested. The arrest therefore is no longer valid, and the vessel can leave immediately.
Now, Iran has said that Grace 1 tanker is to leave Gibraltar soon. Meanwhile, the tanker that remained anchored in Gibraltar will also be leaving the country soon, according to Iran. Remember, the hearing at the Gibraltar court came amidst a bid by the United States to seize the vessel on its part. Now, the U.S. Justice Department had requested the tanker's detention over allegations which were also discussed in the hearing today. Now, the seizure of Grace 1 tanker had triggered a major diplomatic row between Iran and the West. Tehran had hit back, accusing the United Kingdom of piracy, and in turn had seized a British-flagged vessel, the Stena Impero, in the Gulf. So the authorities in Gibraltar have now released all 24 Indians on board the Iranian tanker Grace 1 that had been taken into custody on the 4th of July. Now, the Indian crew members are now free to return to India. This news has been confirmed by the Indian High Commissioner to London. The Minister of State V. Muralidharan tweeted, and I quote, "Spoke to our High Commission on Grace 1. They have confirmed all 24 Indian crew members on board Grace 1 have been released by the authorities in Gibraltar and are now free to return to India." The United States, however, for its part, has threatened a visa ban on the crew members of the detained ship. In a statement, it has said that Grace 1 was assisting Iran's Revolutionary Guards, which the United States has now deemed to be a terror organization. Now, this means that the crew members could be made ineligible for visas or admission to the United States under terror-related inadmissibility grounds. Last month, the Indian officials from the Indian mission in London had got consular access to crew members, and the 3-member team went to meet them. The Indian crew spent almost about 43 days in detention on board the ship. Citizens from Russia, Philippines, and other nations were also on board the tanker. The focus now remains on the 18 Indians on board the UK oil tanker Stena Impero that has been detained by Iran. Now, remember, Stena Impero had been detained for failing to respect international maritime rules and for having collided with one of the fishing vessels of Iran in the Gulf. And also, India's Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale has met with the Iranian ambassador in Delhi, and the Indian ambassador in Tehran has had meetings with senior officials of Iranian Foreign Ministry regarding this issue.